You're watching Dandy Family Car. Good evening, this is KAMPAC Daddy from Japan. Today I'm gonna show you the test drive chapter of 2022 Subaru New Forester. Let's find out the great family car together. Now, this new Subaru Forester, in previous chapter, the display was still a little outdated, but it could hold everything and very comfortable. The big is better than small. When I drive this, I found the unique charm of this car. So I'd like to review this feel from a daddy standpoint. Okay, let's take a test drive right away. The car I received this time was sports gray, turbocharged 1.8 liter boxer engine with all-wheel drive. Getting in. Rather than dong, more of dot sound. It feels quite airtight. Then start the engine. Ignite! The speedometer is good old ring-mated on the left and right. The tachometer on the left, speed on the right. And small information display in the middle. It may not look so good as the large displays popular these days, but status displays which makes good use of the vertical screen. And it's a small matter, but I think it would be better if the arrows on the side of the gas station icon were unified as up and down. It's a bit confusing. This car's fueling port is on the right side, so this is a correct answer. Now it's time to go. My first impression when it moves on. Hey, I hope the Autobiku hold release is a little smoother. For me, this was unusually bad first impression. But first impressions are very important for both people and cars, I think. I'll tell you more about the ride feel later. So first, let's pick up a few points about utilities. It has speed-sensitive auto-lock system, which automatically locks the door when the vehicle is reaching 20 km/h. This will prevent anyone from unlocking the door from outside and reduce the risk of children opening the door accidentally. The smart rearview mirror. The color contrast and resolution is amazingly beautiful. Even with a pile of camping gears, you can see the rear of the car clearly. It's so clear that you can even see the car behind you picking his nose. The distance of the image is just fine, but the angle of camera is a little too high, so I would have liked to see a little further. Paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. I love the feel of these, clicking like a crisp feel. I'm not talking about it's not made of aluminum or how the response. It's about this is a switch, that mechanical feeling. I hope you get the idea. The center multifunction display can show the current angle of the car, yaw, and pitch. Ooh, pretty cool. But to be honest, there are almost no situation where you care about what angle the heel is. But just okay. It's just romance. Next, the visibility. It has high eye point like an SUV, so you can see all around. There is also a triangle window at the base of the side mirrors, so there is no worry. Although there is a problem of nose not being clearly visible. Don't worry, there is a front and side view monitor. There are also guidelines, which are very useful when you need to pull over. But the display screen is small and resolution is a bit low. And same for the reverse view. The resolution is not as good as the smart rear view mirror. The steering wheel is little thick and comfortable to hold. If you are a small lady, you may feel it's too big. However, the power steering is well adjusted and smooth, so the feeling of easily moving this big box, which is nice. The throttle feel does not allow for much punchy acceleration. There is a time lag even when you kick it down, but this is not the result of CVT. Guess what? I was satisfied with the throttle response of the new Revolt, which had the same engine. I think the concept of sport is probably different for this car. Just as 100-meter sprint is a sport for human, and bouldering is sport as the same. There are various sports for cars too. Punchy acceleration isn't the only thing that sports of cars. The sport of this Forester is to be driven on any road on the earth. That's why it has torque field that gradually increases in power to avoid slipping or getting stuck. This is the character of this car. So delicious. And most of all, the brakes! I was surprised. It's not just fine adjustment. It feels like it's working just by touching it. And as someone who loves gentle braking like me, it feels really good. That's why the roughness of the electric brake hold is so noticeable. It's a shame. Now about ride feelings. The chassis framework is as hard and solid as ever. Now swing time. The center of gravity still feels high, but it is stable enough that you will never feel uneasy. The suspension was harder than I expected it to be. I thought these SUVs would be softer than that. The tuning of the front suspension may have affected this. It may have been tuned for lateral movement. The AW system gives the car a sense of being on the ground no matter how you move it. As some of you may know, in the 4th generation of the Forester, he took on the crazy challenge of driving 100,000 kilometers across 5 continents and completely accomplished. In other words, it is now common knowledge that there is no road that cannot be driven with Subaru's symmetrical AWD and X mode. But does that mean it's not stable for people who only drive on city roads? Well, no. It seemed that Subaru made it much well with tarmac road. You're usually only in the city center, but suddenly you want to try winter sports or start camping. When the time comes, you'll realize how much you appreciate AWD, and you will be stuck with it. Phew, take a break. Let's all grab milk tea today. It's hot. Okay, next is noise level. It is quite silent depending on the type of sound. Let me tell you what I mean. The engine sounds like it's in the distance. Nice. And it was windy day, but when I closed the window, I couldn't hear the sound of the wind at all. However, the road noises seem to be coming from the rear. It seems like slight vibration is transmitted and can be heard from the roof into the car. I'd like to install deadening in the roof or glass sunroof. For the safety of your family, you should also check out the safety features. This Forester has the EyeSight camera. It's not the latest EyeSight X, but version 3. The sensors, brake system, and wiring, etc. are going to change so much that it's hard to get EyeSight X on the minor change budget. However, the EyeSight camera element itself has been changed from the one made by Hitachi to Veoneer in Sweden, so the field of vision has been doubled. As a result, the pre-crash brakes are now compatible with intersections, and the tracking and tracing performance of the cruise control has been greatly improved. In addition, new features include emergency pre-crash steering, emergency lane keeping assist, and green lights notifications. It's so smart, like Knight Rider. The airbags are front left and right, side curtain driver's knee, and pedestrian protection airbags are installed in a total of 8 locations. There is nothing more to say. The NCAP means New Car Assessment Program crash test results have not been released yet in November 2021. As a reference, the rate before minor change with the same framework is shown. Haha, Subaru, you're still going up. Now test drive is finished. Thank you. Finally, to summarize, this new Subaru Forester. Go from the city to snowy mountains. Due to the AWD and suspension settings, the car is able to perform well both off-road and on-road. The EyeSight system has become more accurate, making it safer in the city with many people and cars. This is more of true evolution than a minor change, and the improvements have been done well. This car destroys the prejudice that AWD is only useful for off-road driving. Never waving, never slipping, being yourself. What does the sports mean to this car? And what kind of character do users want from the Forester? There are many fake SUVs out there with slim and cool design these days, but this car has the identity of Forester. Perfect for a family car. The spaciousness and road capacity are no complaints. The NCAP ratings show that the safety is also perfect, and the children's car seat is easy to use. So we can go camping in the mountains, we can homecoming burst, and even go to Costco. It's everything I could ever want in a family car. What? Sliding doors? Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. So I guess this car would fit in situation might be camping with the whole family. It's a dandy family car, isn't it? If I would find fitting word, it is a family off-roader. So what do you think? The new Forester test drive chapter. It was very interesting to see how the same car maker and the same engine can have absolutely different characters. Even if you became a dad, please write that you think will be cool car. Thank you for watching and sorry my confusing English. I'm trying to improve my English in this channel, but if you like this video, please subscribe. Now to daddies and mummies around the world, good job today. See you in the next video. Bye bye.